going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know who it is by now,
Jimothy.
So ladies and gents, in what feels like an age, I am back with some content, and I hope you'll enjoy some footage from locals. I think it's Memento versus some other deck, but just spoiler alert, Memento is a very strong deck. But anyway, where have I been? So quick update on the channel. My PC decided to just go kaput for a couple of weeks. He's finding it difficult. Takes me about an hour to render a 10-minute video. My computer's old, but I know it's old, but I always said to myself, do you know what, I'm gonna reinvest in some of the equipment that I have once I reach 1,000 subscribers, which I do intend to push for in the next coming couple of months. Fingers crossed we get there before Christmas, and we are not that far away. So tell your friends, tell your family members, subscribe, because we are back, baby. Second of all, what has been happening in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, ladies and gents? And I feel like this is definitely a topic that is quite prominent amongst the community. Obviously there's Yu-Gi-Tubers out there, and they seem to shout the loudest because they're the ones that have a quote-unquote voice where they can speak into the internet. People then share their videos. It becomes kind of like not a rhetoric, but it becomes like a chorus where people will join in and align themselves with the same type of thinking. And there is a lot of validity to that, I would say, because in whole, the format is a little bit of a sticky one. I've spoke to multiple people at locals, and they're just frustrated with the game and the direction the game is going for the most part. Very frustrated in the fact that we just keep rolling into these quote-unquote tier 0 formats where every deck or every like meta deck just seems to be completely busted. Now obviously you can do one or two things. You can put up and shut up and just kind of like accept the format for what it is, which is personally where I go. I just accept the format for what it is, and I just kind of like roll with the punches. Or you can kind of complain about it and just kind of like step away from the game slightly, or play an alternative format, which a lot of people seem to be doing, especially with the rise of Edison. But I do agree that we are rolling into what seems to be this perpetual cycle of like tier 0 format after tier 0 format. We've got Azamina that's round the corner, which we all know is just going to swarm the meta game. It's going to be super strong, super splashable. Snake Eye can play, which is not a dead deck by anybody's stretch of the imagination. Still very playable. Obviously not as consistent, but still very playable. And we're going to be put in a situation where rogue decks just can't survive. And believe it or not, ladies and gents, that is the lifeblood of Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals, rogue decks, far more people attend locals, far more people will play their quote-unquote pet decks or their favorite deck, so to speak, and turn up at locals and try and put a show in. And these are the same people that are buying products. I was at locals just the other day, myself, just to support my locals. I bought a mega tin. Don't do that. It was so bad. But anyway, yeah, but they were, but like I seen friends buying tin after tin after tin. It was crazy. There was a raffle going on. Like, people or casual players will just pour money into the game. Your competitive players are just a little bit more savvy. They've either got access to cards through sponsorship, or they're just going to pay for the cards outright and just buy the singles. Day one, it comes out, whatever the price is, they're just grabbing it because they know they're going to need it to be competitive. But that is not for everybody, and I feel like there's a little bit of discourse going around the community where some people are frustrated with the amount of money that you have to put in and the investment on return on investment that's more or less non-existent. Some people feel like there should be more in the way of like prizing, so to speak, so you should be rewarded for that investment rather than actually just like directly reimbursed. And some people are just completely frustrated with how things are. Now, I've already said where I stand, ladies and gents, and I spoke to one of my friends, I think it was just this week actually, about the whole situation with the meta game, and I says, you know what, me personally, I always have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Generally because I just do what I want. If there's a meta deck in town, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to play a deck that I want to play anyway. It's never always the most competitive. It's not always going to like top a regional or a YCS or something like that, but it's going to enjoy my it's going to fuel my enjoyment of the game, which is going to allow me to play for a lot longer. I've had a few friends that are just considering to just not play, or just not playing at all. They've just tapped out of the format, and it's a little bit sad to see, especially when these are the guys that you spend a lot of time in at locals. You meet up, you play test, test, all that kind of stuff. Like my Yu-Gi-Oh circle is just slowly getting smaller because people are a little bit tired of it. Now there is a bit of an easy fix. Konami can do a hard reset, which is probably going to be a little bit more difficult to implement, mainly because of where the game is now with regards to the number of cards that we've got access to. But they could do a hard reset, or they could kind of like just go for this like this mad nerfing and just nerf all the decks that are out there and just re-philosophize. Well, that's not even a word, but have a different outlook or a different philosophy on card design, because a lot of the cards or a lot of the decks that are coming out now seem to follow a bit of a like pro format, so to speak. So you've got a deck that can play like upwards of like 15 non-engine and have a 1-card combo. Yugioh, which is a new deck that's going to be out shortly, follows that same suit. Snake Eye was the same. Whoever drawed their Ash or could get off their combo first typically won the game, backed up by like 15 to 18 hand traps, sometimes 20 hand traps. Then you've got decks like Tenpai, which is just a little bit ignorant in my opinion, but playable because they need to be in order to be able to go second. So it's just a whole host of things that are just being crazy in the community, and it's kind of worked out well, the fact that my PC went down when it did, because I probably would have just not posted as many videos, mainly because the format hasn't really changed. I haven't really spoke to you guys regarding like the ban list, so to speak, and it is what it is. I love reacting to the ban list. At first I used to get really hung up on the ban list and where it's going and just what's happening on it. Now I just accept it for it is what it is, because no matter what happens, Konami are never gonna get it right, and it just means I can enjoy the game more because I take it for what it is. There are going to be times when I'm going to be a little bit more competitive. Like this season, I really want to get my invite. I didn't really attend many regionals last season, which was just a combination of life factors. But this season, I'm actually going to try and go for it. So I've got my Fiendsmith stuff underway. Not too sure what deck I should pick up, but hit me up in the comment section below, ladies and gents. I've got a few ideas. I'm thinking like Unchained, I'm thinking Chimera, something that I can splash Fiendsmith in and like benefit from it basically. But that's what I'm working with, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update and just kind of like talk about what's been happening. And I'm still here, I'm still playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm still going to locals. I have been playing Snake Eye Vikings, believe it or not. I'm playing a quote-unquote meta deck, and it's probably the way that Snake Eyes is gonna go now. It seems the best fit, at least until the Azamina cards come out. But I've been enjoying myself. Snake Eye Vikings, like, super fun to me. I like the Viking cards personally. We all know what Snake Eye cards do, and they're just they feel like a supplementary engine which just backs up the Viking stuff, which I enjoy. I actually don't mind playing it, whereas previously I would have been a bit more frustrated because it was more Snake Eye featuring Vikings, where now you're playing a larger Viking package and the plays are a little bit different, and Vikings just kick ass against rogue decks. Against some of the more meta decks, it's a little bit hit and miss, but every other deck that isn't like a quote-unquote meta deck, it kicks ass. So that's been fun. But yeah, I'm still here, still playing, and we have got a few videos lined up for you, ladies and gents, so definitely stay tuned. I am actually thinking about streaming Master Duel probably once a week, so if you've got any thoughts or feelings behind that, let me know in the comment section below. I'm probably going to do it off my PlayStation until I upgrade my PC, because my PC will probably just explode if I try and stream, like basically run an application as well as stream. It won't handle it. That's how old my PC is. But I'm probably going to do it on PlayStation. No face cam for the most part, for the moment anyway. So let me know what you think about that, ladies and gents. Just an idea that I had, and if there's anything in particular you want to see, let me know. I've got quite a few things like lined up basically, so yeah, it's gonna be here or there. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling. It is good to be back. Make sure you hit that like, that comment, subscribe, all of that beautiful good stuff if you did enjoy this content, ladies and gents. And yeah, we will see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed.